This is The Scoop for Wednesday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. State Representative LaVon Bracey Davis, a Democrat from Ocoee, and Democrat Rashawn Young each captured more than 70% of the vote yesterday as they won special elections for state Senate and House seats in Orange County. Bracey Davis received nearly 73% of the vote in Senate District 15. That's according to the Orange County Supervisor of Elections website. Bracey Davis will replace the late Senator Geraldine Thompson, a Democrat who died in February. Meanwhile, Young received about 75% of the vote in House District 40. That seat opened when Bracey Davis decided to run for the Senate. Meanwhile, 2 pastors were arrested in St. Petersburg last weekend after attempting to block the state from covering a mural reading Black History Matters. Allendale United Methodist Church pastor Andy Oliver says he hopes his act, which has gained national attention, sends a message to Governor Ron DeSantis.
We have a governor who was set on the erasure of this mural while he's also set on the erasure of the teaching of Black history. And it's also bigger than murals, right? We have a governor who's doing a lot of harm. And I think, the words of Dr. Carter G. Woodson ring true today. They call to us today where he called for courageous, brave people to put themselves in the way of harm. And that's how we create change. That's how we say no to fascism. That's how justice happens. It's when injustice is interrupted. Even if it was just for a moment, I needed to interrupt injustice from happening. I think this is all going to backfire on our governor. He, in my opinion, was trying to steal our joy. And but when he looks down on us from Tallahassee, all he's going to see is the community coming together even stronger and more expressions of love and joy and art. And I guess as a pastor, I have to hope that as he witnesses that joy, it might crack his heart open a little bit.
That was Pastor Andy Oliver. He was one of 2 pastors charged with a misdemeanor after attempting to block the state from covering a mural reading Black History Matters in St. Petersburg. Oliver is being represented in court by State Representative Michelle Rayner. Florida's unauthorized immigrant population grew more than any other states in recent years. That's according to a recent report from the Pew Research Center, which analyzed data from 2023, showing that about 14 million unauthorized immigrants were in the U.S. That's a broad term used by Pew that includes the almost 6 million immigrants that had protections from deportation in 2023. A 2025 analysis from Pew, however, shows that there has been an overall decrease this year in the number of residents who are immigrants. Florida has the 3rd largest immigrant population in the U.S., both unauthorized and authorized. Across the country, tens of thousands of college students without legal status are losing access to in-state tuition as part of an immigration crackdown carried out by President Trump and his allies. In Florida, state lawmakers revoked a 2014 law that let residents who are in the country without permission qualify for in-state tuition at public colleges and universities. At the University of Florida, for example, a state resident is estimated to pay about $6,400 in tuition for the 2025-26 academic year, compared with about $31,000 for a non-resident student. Florida state colleges and universities do not specifically track the enrollment of students without legal status, but some immigrant advocates say they expect fewer students to attend in-person classes and many to give up on college altogether. In addition, more than a dozen Florida colleges and universities signed agreements with ICE, allowing them to carry out immigration enforcement on campus. Satellite images show that construction work has intensified on a major new structure at a facility that's key to Israel's atomic weapons program. Experts say it could be a new reactor or a facility to assemble nuclear arms, but secrecy shrouding the program makes it difficult to know for sure. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible today with highs near 90. Tonight, mostly cloudy, overnight lows in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible with highs in the low 90s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.